Smartphone?
Okay, here's the thing. I have a smartphone I bought, well, I was forced to buy it. I had to trade my other phone in because the people in my office were complaining about my picture taking skills, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I got this thing, and this, for a smartphone, it's the dumbest thing I've ever had in my life. I mean, and it does this thing like I'll text people, and then it auto-corrects, and then I read and I go, that's not what I wrote, you know? And it makes no sense. And the people get it and they go, are you on something or what? You know, what's going on? I'm like, no, it's this smartphone.
I'm gonna teach you how to use a feature where you push a button and talk into your phone, Jay. All right, so here is your Sapphire. And this is 18 inches of gorgeous, gorgeous, sparkling, genuine sapphire that is $21.98 on FlexPay. $109.90 is your total. Absolutely amazing. And if, by the way, if you don't have an app or a smartphone, you get $10 off your first purchase using the app, and the app is free to download. So that's something that promotion that we're doing now. So how do you pronounce the type of sapphire?
This is Mwezi.
Mwezi.
Mwezi moon, and that means like a bright moon in Malawi. And if you get away from that, I mean, the light like that, if you see it in person, it sparkles. It's a multicolored sapphire. And this, I mean, talk about a story. I mean, you know, like every time I see this material, I recall this trip and I remember this trip. And you know, there were just so many things about this trip. Number one, the miner in this, how he makes a living. He does mine, but how he really makes a living is he's a tobacco farmer in Malawi, in Africa. Now, he's, let's see, he's Dutch, but he speaks all these different languages, but they speak German in the area that he's in. And then also he comes from an Italian family. And also, so they're big, they're Dutch, Italy, they've got this huge history in Malawi where, you know, they're colonists, so they've been there for decades, right? But he's a tobacco farmer who's anti-smoking.
Really?
He doesn't smoke, and he's anti-smoking. He doesn't believe in smoking, but he's kind of forced into it because, you know, that's kind of their source. So he started different things to try not to have to grow tobacco. And so one of the things he's doing is mining, and he's the one that mined this sapphire. I thought that was really interesting, but this is really a unique, I gotta tell you, okay, now think about this sapphire. This is genuine, guys. This is natural sapphire. There's no treatment to this. There's no enhancing to it. You got everything from blues, purples, cocos. Some of it also looks like platinum. You know, it's got like platinum colors and everything into it. But when you see it in wait for right there, it's gonna kind of get washed out, guys.
I think that shot. I think you see the sparkle on me, and you see it on Kate.
Yeah,
because I think it's got like, look at all that sparkle. This is what it looks like.
When the lighting like that, it's really hard to see. You can see, and this is more. You know, stage lighting is. It's probably not the best thing to actually show some of the materials under. But this right here, do you see the sparkle on that? Now, part of that's from faceting, but the majority of that is coming from within the stone. But I just want to point out something. Look at the size of this. Now, we've done a lot of sapphire necklaces in our day, but this is probably I would say without a doubt, the largest sapphire necklace as far as carat weight that I've ever done.
The beads in the center are huge.
It's huge, and what we did is that's what we wanted as a focal point. Now, I have to tell you on sapphire, the big thing with sapphire, most of the sapphire rough, you know, the reason that you can only have like 8mm bead or something, you're dictated by the size of the crystal, of the sapphire crystal, right, that you're cutting this from. In this case, there was a lot of bigger material. The biggest thing that we had when we bought this particular load of rough is you know, sapphires comes in a rainbow of colors. This just had so many different colors in it that we started color grading it. And unfortunately, we didn't have enough of any one color to really do a project. So what we decided to do is we said, okay, you know what? We're gonna take this group of colors that all blend together, and you're gonna see different things that we're gonna do with this material on the upcoming shows up and through February of next year.
These are 4 to 14 millimeter though. 14 millimeter beads might be the biggest beads I've ever seen.
The average sapphire necklace, the biggest bead I've ever done for you is 8 millimeters.
Yeah, these are 14. That's almost double.
14 millimeters. I mean, to see something like this, big, huge presence, it's got a, and again, This is the real deal, guys. This is natural sapphires. They're untreated, unenhanced. It's the real deal. It comes from Malawi in Africa.
All right, well, keep shopping. Again, new and exclusive, but if you want this perfect necklace, maybe you're going on a cruise, you want something